At school I decided to do electronics and art. I picked electronics because I was interested in it and I thought it would be like a good career progression, like doing GCSE in electronics. And I picked art because it was just an interest to me and it was like more of an easier subject to do. I went on to college doing an ONC in electronic engineering, and that was for 2 years. After that I went on to the HNC in electronic engineering for another 2 years, and I did a year top-up for the HND. You get an all-round qualification, so you get like an insight on all the different aspects of being an engineer. Well, with the apprenticeship, I worked 4 days a week with C-TEC full-time and then had 1 day release at college. But I was also doing a MVQ as part of the apprenticeship, but that was like in work, we'd do the questions and there'd be different tasks to prove that you was competent in those subject matters. So it was a juggle between working full-time, doing a bit of college work whilst working, and then in my spare time that was mostly taken up with studying. I started off in production on the production cells and spent 3 months in each cell. There was 5 cells. I think I learnt a lot more like key skills in the R&D department than I did on production. But for me, production environment was the more busy and bustling environment, so that's where I decided I wanted to work. Yeah, I find that I work better under pressure, which is why production environment is much better for me. It's fun, but the problem is like the time scales. We'll be given a product that's run off the production line. I'll need to make sure that all the test equipment that I've made for it is suitable, that it'll do the batch sizes. I've also got to test the first batch to make sure there is no defects with that product and hand it over to production knowing that I'm confident it matches the specification it's supposed to. So it is quite high pressure at that point. Yeah, it was the first award ceremony that I've ever been to, like on that scale, and there was all different people there off the telly. So it was like really nerve-wracking. I think there was 10 of us from C-TEC that went, and I got to take my mum along and my partner at the time as well. So it was like a real sense of achievement, and at the time as well, I was going through a crazy hair stage, so I had like a pink Mohican. So I definitely wasn't a typical engineer when I got put forward for the award. One of the highlights is just the busy environment. I mean, I'm a busy person, I like to be busy, so there's always something going on, there's always a challenge, whether it's just like a day-to-day, a standard product and process where there's a problem in it that you've got to solve.